Welcome to another tutorial in this complete Premiere Pro 2021 course. Now in this video, we will see how to animate lower thirds using keyframes. So first of all, I'm going to select the type tool to type in my name, and we know from the lower thirds tutorial that we can select the type tool either by clicking on this icon in the tools bar or by simply using our keyboard shortcut, which is the T key. So let me now type in my name. Okay, so I've got my name. Okay, so I've got my name in here, and now I'm going to draw a rectangle as well. And I can do that again by either clicking here in the tools bar on this icon, or I can go in the essential graphics panel and click on this icon and then select rectangle. So I've got my name and the shape both. So now let me just line the text first, and I can do that either in the essential graphics panel or simply by using the selection tool. So I'm going to do it via the selection tool, and I think it looks fine now. And yeah, it's okay now. And now I'm going to go into the essential graphics panel and we'll do some very basic styling. So the font first of all, so it's Trojan, and that is fine, and the size is all right as well. Okay, so now that we have our lower third ready, let's see how we can animate this. So what I want is that I want my name to appear from the bottom vertically, and then at the same time I want this rectangle to then wrap around my name like this. So let's first see how we can animate the text, and then we can go ahead and animate the shape as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is go into the Effect Controls tab and then select this text. And if you click on this chevron, it will show you all of the attributes. And because I want my name to slide in from the bottom vertically, which means that I'm basically playing with the position. So I'm going to go and change the starting position of my name by adding a keyframe. So let's first do that. Now I want my name to slide in from here, so I'm going to click on this stopwatch icon to create a keyframe. So this is now my original position. So this is going to be my starting position. And now I need to create another keyframe so my name can appear within this box. And to do that, I'm going to click on this icon and create another keyframe. Now I will change the position of this text, so from here to here. And now you can do that either by inserting a number in here if you are that expert, or simply by using your mouse, which I will do. So let's see what we've done so far. Okay, so that looks all right. Now what I want is to show my name for a few seconds and then just get rid of it. So in order to do that, I'm going to create another keyframe at this point with the same parameters. So basically this keyframe is to tell Premiere that retain all of the things that we did at this point, and everything from this point to this point should be unchanged, should mean still be the same, just remain same. And now I'm going to create another keyframe at this point, and we'll change the position back to where my text originally was. So basically what we've done, guys, here is that we created our first keyframe over here just to tell Premiere the original position of our text. And then we added another keyframe at this point to tell Premiere the new position of our text. And then the third keyframe was just to kind of tell Premiere to retain all the changes that we made at our second keyframe. So in between our second and third keyframe, we don't want any animation. We want our text to be static, just to stay at the same position. And then the last keyframe is just to tell Premiere that we want our text to go back to its original position. Now, if you don't add this keyframe to tell Premiere to retain all your changes, then let me show you what will happen. So I'm going to select this keyframe and we'll delete it, and let's play our animation again. So guys, as you could see that as soon as our text appeared in the box, Premiere started working on it to get it back to its original position, because there was no information there for Premiere to know that we want this text to stay there for a few seconds. We want this text to be static for a few seconds. And that is the reason basically why you need to have a keyframe in here, just to kind of tell Premiere that whatever changes we have made at this point, we want to hold all those changes until here, and then we want the text to go away. So we've animated our text, but it still looks very unprofessional because there is no point in kind of sliding this text into the box if it already appears on the screen. So we need to kind of hide this text, and then it should gradually fade in. And similarly, when we are getting rid of it, then we would want it to fade out gradually. So in order to do that, we can use the opacity effect, and we know that from the previous tutorials that motion, opacity, and time remapping, these three effects are native to all clips. So We don't really need to go and look anywhere for these effects because these three effects will always be in the effect controls tab with all of your video clips. So at the starting position, I don't want my text to appear on the screen, so I'm going to go and create a keyframe by clicking on this icon, and we'll set the opacity to 0. And you can see that our text is no longer there. And now I want my text to be visible again on the screen as soon as it reaches this box. So I'm going to create a new keyframe at this point, and we'll set my opacity to 100 again. Now I want my text to stay as it is with 100% opacity until the point it starts to go away. So I will add another keyframe at this point, and then finally I want my text to fade out and eventually disappear from the screen. So I'm going to create my last keyframe and we'll set the opacity to 0. Now at all times I was just using these arrows to move between my keyframe, as I think this is like the easiest way to move between your keyframes. So let's now play our animation again and see. So that looks perfect now. Now the next thing I want to do is to animate the box, and I want the box to appear from right to left horizontally. So the first thing I'm going to do is I will just adjust the anchor point, which currently sits in the center. Now because I want the box to appear from left to right, so I will place the anchor point on the left, and to do this just hold Command key on Mac or Control key if you're in Windows and move the anchor point using your mouse, and it will just snap where you want that exactly. Now under the effect controls tab, I will select this shape that I want to animate, and now I'm going to come down to the horizontal scale and will untick this uniform scale box. Now I will create my first keyframe and will set the value to 0 because I don't want the box to be shown at the beginning, and as you can see it's there right now, and it doesn't have anything in it, so it doesn't look good at all. So I'm going to create my keyframe by clicking on this icon, and the value I will set is 0. Now I'm going to move in my timeline and will set another keyframe just a few frames before my text slides in, and this time I will set the value to 100 because I want the box to be fully appearing on my screen. Now the next keyframe I'm going to make is to tell Premiere that keep showing the box with the same parameters, and I want to keep this box there until my text starts to disappear. So just a few frames after our text starts to disappear, I'm going to add a new keyframe by clicking on this icon. And then finally I will add another keyframe at the end and will set the value to 0 again, and at this point my box, my shape, my rectangle will disappear again. So let's play it guys and see how it works. Cool, I think that looks awesome. So there you go guys, this is how you can animate your text using keyframes, and you can be as creative as you want. You can change the color, the position, add in more effects, so literally anything you like. So guys, I hope you found this video useful. If you've got any questions, anything you want to ask, feel free to drop that in the comment section and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. I'm now going to see you in the next video. So till then, you take care of yourself.